Good morning and welcome back to the kelogsloops YouTube channel. So this week's actually been pretty exciting for kelogsloops because we released new prints, yeah! And it's exciting for me because it was around this time last year where I first opened up my watercolor print store. Which brings us to today's video. I want to share with you guys my new collection of work, so let's go! First off, let's start off with this piece, The Wild. The original concept behind this actually involved three animals, a bird, a wolf and a lion, with the idea behind the work being along the lines of one with nature. To this day though, this piece still marks a huge milestone for me. Now, late last year I first began to experiment with incorporating metallics into my work. The metallics added a whole different level of depth and dimension to the pieces, because depending on which angle you view the work from, the piece would seemingly change with the reflection of light. Which is why I've fallen in love with metallics so recently. With these metallic works, I decided to create optional metallic editions, where I would hand paint and embellish the prints for metallic details, something like the originals. To start off the metallics, let's introduce this bad puppy, Fragmentation. It's one of my personal favourites. It features a rose gold blend as well as a metallic silver, and this piece was where I first began to really push metallics in my work and boundaries, even going as far as introducing other metallic colours and mixing them. Second up, Veil. At the time I was obsessed with geometric details and pattern designs, so I thought it would be quite cool to have a shot at metallic ink and dip pens to create triangles. And these ended up being my favourite part of the piece because I could just stare at the details over and over, back and forth for ages. Next up, In Repose. This concept came from a mix of me having a thing for foliage and pattern details, as well as me wanting to try negative watercolour. I'd seen some artists do it before and it looked awesome, so I thought, why not mix the both with metallic? I was stoked with the outcome, and I definitely think I'll be experimenting further with negative watercolour and foliage. Lastly, La Lune. I made this piece late last year, and she marked the birth of this story concept I had in my mind about these two lovers who could never meet, the moon and the ocean. It's cheesy and all, yeah, I know, but I love the idea and had to create these characters and personas for them. This piece was actually also one of my earliest metallics too. So the new pieces are all A3 plus size, with the image size being A3, adding a 1-inch white border. If you have access to a local IKEA, you can get a ribber frame and frame them like this, which I think is a perfect fit as it gives space to mount them. They're all G-clay prints, which is the highest quality print form as it uses pigment instead of dye. They're printed onto 300 GSM cotton rag, which is a fine art paper, deeming it archival in quality or long lasting. I will be adding more work throughout the rest of the year to the store, but until then, that's all for now. Thanks for watching guys, I'll see you soon.